seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the New Orleans Saints. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's got some space here. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They had trouble stopping the run last week at a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
56. Here we go.
From the red zone now, Rivers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Saints, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. First down, they run with Kamara. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Cooper. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession now.
Well, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. Cooper will look to throw it. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A running room for Kamara on first down as he takes this forward. It's a gain of 7 there on first down. 2nd and 3 coming up. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Cooper. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 9, Cooper nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And that is caught by the back judge right there to say incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 77 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. That throw into the arms of Allen. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Now the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there, and right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Early down steps will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Cooper looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Cooper. And that will be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
105 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Rivers. Sliding out of the pocket. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. From the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Cooper. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. try here for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Lions 31, Saints 3.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On second down, Kamara. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Again, it's Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
To throw on 3rd and 1. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Now Rodgers. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
31. Saints 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Second down at 5. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On 2nd and inches, Rivers. He's got a man, that's Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Detroit! Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions add on to their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38. Saints 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Rodgers now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. A give. This is Kamara. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Now it's Rodgers.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Second and 12. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So now third and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To throw is Rivers. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
First down and more for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. Here's Rivers. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. Touchdown! Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers under pressure. They got him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Kamara, and he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. It's fielded at the 45. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Rivers. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.